Hello guys, it's HVAC Live with Mike. Today I'm working on blower unit, blower motor that I need to replace and have the assembly right there. It's double shaft, two blower wheels. I'm taking it out of a wall mount unit. I have some pictures that I'm putting in a video for y'all, but this is basically what I'm doing today. I had to take some bracket out. Well, not take the bracket out, but to loose the motor that is in there. I had to loose it, and it had these bolts in there somewhere in here. They were in here. So what I use to take those bolts out, use my drill with this flexible thing. So I use my drill with my flexible extension, and it was pretty easy to do. So right now I need to take the motor out of the lower shaft. So what I'm gonna do for that, I'm gonna use this beautiful baby here. So I'm gonna put it in there, and that will take the motor out of the wheel. After that, I need to go buy it. So I'm gonna go to a supply house in a little bit and buy the freaking motor. It's weak, actually. The motor, everything seems to be good. Like I checked the resistance, and it wasn't grounded or anything, but for some reason it's weak, and I already changed the capacitor as well. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it. It has happened to me before that everything seems to be okay on the motor, but the motor's just weak. This is my van. It's a little disorganized today. I have a big motor here, a condenser motor for a carrier chiller that I need to replace as well. So this is pretty much it. I'm gonna put a video once I get it all done and everything together. Once again, this is what I'm using to take the wheels out of the motor so I can have the motor by itself. I'm gonna go to a supply house and get it. I'll see you back in a little bit. Alright guys, as you can see, I have the motor off already. It's a little windy out here, so I don't know if you're gonna hear the wind blowing, but it's really nice, feels good out here. Okay, these are the wheels. See, I marked them, I put left and right, and all that this means, these lines that I put, is just that them both go together like this. That's all. So the motor goes in the middle, and these are the blower wheels. I took them off already. Here's the motor, a little bit dirty. Oh yeah. Had a new capacitor that I had put on, but like I said, it didn't work. Still weak. So I'm just gonna replace it. I'm gonna go to the supply house and take it off. Once again, what I used was this. So it's a puller. If you don't have one, if you're starting in the field, if you're new in HVAC and you don't have one of these, you need to go to the store. You need to run to the store and get you one. You're gonna need it a lot. This is how it looks. I think it says right there, lubricate motor shaft. Anyway, those are instructions. But this is a puller, so make sure you grab you one of those because you're gonna need it a lot. So I'm just gonna go to a store, supply house, and get me what I need, which is a new motor, but not before I go eat because I'm hungry already. So I'll see you back in a little bit. How you doing, everybody? I'm back again with the same thing, the blower motor that I'm gonna be changing. Well, actually, what I have today. Today is actually another morning. I had to do this in 2 days and another day. Uh, I didn't have enough time to finish it yesterday. I could have stayed over, but I had some personal stuff to do, so I had to go early yesterday. So I came back to the job site, and now I'm gonna finish this job. I have the blower motor, the new one, already in. So I can see the new one is there. Now I'm gonna put it back, and I'm gonna wire it together. It was a little tricky because of the bracket. If you can see the bracket, what happens is if you pay attention, I put some bolts on the bracket with some nuts. See that right here as well? See that one? But that wasn't like that. What was holding it was actually one of those. Have to drill them out, so I can separate the bracket from the motor. And then I had to, instead of putting this back like those, let's put some bolts, so that will be easier for whoever's gonna change its motor back again if one day it fails. And I also had to kind of adjust all this stuff over here because it wasn't the exact same motor. It was a little different, so I had to do some stuff and made it work. So now I have it all together. I'm gonna put the blower back again. I'm gonna wire it and see how it goes. I'm ready to start the morning doing this job, and then I have some more stuff to do. I have a lot of work today. I'm not even gonna be done in one day. I'm probably gonna stay overtime and finish some either tomorrow is Saturday, but I'm not sure if I'm working tomorrow or Monday. So this I'm gonna be back with you once I put it in. I'm gonna wire the motor back together, so I'll see you back in a little bit. Okay, you guys, I have the motor in already. It's really easy to put it in. All you gotta do is just slide it in, and it slides in, and that's all. And then I just gotta put some bolts there. I'm about to wire this thing up. Have the wires already inside here, so they're down here. Usually in all the motors, black is this one has different speeds. The only one that I had didn't have different speeds. So usually black is high, blue is medium, and red is slow. So that's how usually it is, and white is common, and then you have your brown ones for the capacitor. What I did is I left the old wires from the old motor. So I'm gonna take this one off, and then I have the other one from the old motor on the contactor. So I'm gonna wire them together. I'll be probably recording that as well. It's really easy. Like I said, one is gonna be your line 1, line 2, or your line and common. So in this case, the where the purple is line, and where the black, this one is common. So I'm gonna be using one speed only. I'm gonna be using my white one that will go in the contactor for my common, and then I'm gonna use the blue, which is the medium speed, and it's gonna go on the relay where I have the purple one, which is line 1. Like I said, let me start wiring them all together now. anyways, guys, have it all together. Put my ground wire over there. I forgot to mention about the ground green. Usually it's always the ground. You saw my wires coming from the motor, different speeds. The capacitor, I used to have it up here, but I don't like it on this area, so I don't have to take the cover off next time if I need to check the capacitor. Put all my wires together, so I don't like them all over the place. Here's my medium speed on the relay, and this is my common coming back. So actually I need to double check that. I don't think this one should be here. One should be here in the bottom. I almost made a big mistake. And my capacitor right here, put tape around because I couldn't find a really safe place for it, so I had to put tape on it, and I'm just gonna leave it there. These are my 2 browns from the capacitor coming from the motor. So I'm gonna turn it on and see what happens. I'm gonna put a jumpers on it because I think the thermostat is off in there, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so it's time to turn it on. I did have this wire on the right side. I just double check right now because this orange one is actually on the down part of the contactor. So I'm gonna turn it on and hopefully the thermostat is off on the inside. If not, I'm just gonna use this jumper. I already have it on, so let's see what happens. Let me do a double check. Everything looks good. Let's see. It's on. Put it in R. I'll put it in G first. There we go. Smooth and nicely. I'll put it in cooling. Cooling, I actually don't have the blower running, so I need to double check that. And in the heat it will take some time, so we will see. Let me do a double check. Okay guys, I'm back. If you can see now my cooling is running and my fan is running. I'm probably gonna change the speed to high speed. I didn't like the medium speed that much, so I'm gonna go all the way to high. The reason that it didn't work when I put the jumper over here on cooling is I never thought about it, but actually my thermostat wasn't asking the fan to run because I had the thermostat off over there. So what a dummy. Yeah, that's the reason why. So I went in there and I put it on cooling, and now it's running. Like I said, that was the reason why it didn't run when I put the jumper over here, these terminals, because the thermostat wasn't asking for the blower to run. So alright, I hope you have a good one. I hope this video is a little helpful for you. Yeah, have a good day.